What's up, guys? Quick update on Tesla. I still have my December calls. I'm up a good bit on them. I'm still waiting with 75% of my planned capital to average down if we see a pullback. But in this video, I just want to take a look at the weekly chart, the daily chart, and the 4-hour chart so that we can get some quick levels on where we could potentially retrace to so that we can continue to average into our December calls. So if we look at the weekly chart, ever since we broke through that resistance level, the one that we've been calling for basically the whole beginning of the summer, you can see that we were accumulating a ton of bullish accumulation here. All of this on the BX trender, this indicator is free, but basically what it does is it shows you the RSI, but instead of a line form, in histogram form. And so as long as we're seeing relative strength continue to make higher highs here, then that's all we want. We want to be playing into this strength. Once we see strength get pulled out of that and we see a lower high, then that's when we're going to say, maybe we'll walk away from this. But as we're pushing into 260, still looking very strong. If we move now to the daily chart, yes, we have broken out massively in the past month. This looks pretty crazy, and to most people, it would look like we have to pull back. There's no way. Well, if we look once again on the BX trender, even though it looks crazy, it's still making higher highs, which means we still have strength coming into this even on the bigger time frame. Now, for those of you who are bearish, the 4-hour looks a bit like we could probably pull back. You can see that we're making lower highs on the BX trender, which is showing that the overall trend is still strong, but that it's weakening a bit, meaning that we're probably not going to crater, but maybe we could pull back down to 230, 220, worst down to $210. Now, I will say that I don't think that type of pullback is going to happen. Unfortunately, I don't think that we're going to sell off that aggressively into earnings. We haven't seen big buyers really step in that much from a longer term perspective over the past couple of days. But remember, those people who are buying five, six, $700 million worth of calls on Tesla, those were out until January of next year, and they had strike prices way above $420 to $500. So I still think that there's a ton of upside, but we have to also be objective and say that where would the downside most likely pull back to? If we look at our most recent low that has not been taken out, it's about $177. And if we pull a Fibonacci up to our most recent high, you're going to see that if this was the top, our pullback into our golden zone would be right here at about $211. That area would also fill our gap back down to that level. I honestly don't see how there can be that much selling pressure on Tesla unless they absolutely disappoint with earnings, which I don't think is going to happen. And as I am a professional technical analysis trader, I will say that technicals do not matter when big money is buying real time because they can just push anything through a resistance level. And I'll also say that when a company is fundamentally undervalued and they have something that is so disrupting, such as full self-driving and robotaxi network, or even looking at something like Nvidia and what has happened for the past year. How many technical analysts were calling the top every single week and just getting murdered on shorts? So that's why I think that the chances of Tesla actually pulling back down to 210 are very low. I'm still playing this from a smart perspective. I'm in with 25% of my calls. You guys can see that I've already on Tesla just this year to date, close out $486,000 in profits on Tesla. So I don't have to worry about giving a little bit of my profits back, but I'm also not going to average down into my December calls at most recent highs of 270 bucks. I think the Tesla by the end of the year will be trading at least $350 to 400, and my end of 2025 target is about $600 to $700. I'll keep you guys posted on if we get any unusual options activity in the next couple of days, as well as price action and bearish accumulation going into earnings. Thank you guys for all the support. Check out all of our free courses. Link is in the description. And if you want to trade with me each and every single day, go check out our private academy. The link's in the description. I'll see you guys next time.